Good Sunday evening, YouTube. Hope everybody's having a blessed one. I know I am having a very blessed week. Alright, so hang on, let me fix my noise maker. Well, thought I turned it off. I turned it down. Come on. Alright, depends on how long I can tolerate it like this. Let me kick back on my recliner right here. And some dude was selling rims on the corner for a second there. Bright lights, bad glare. All right, so let me tell you people something. So there's been people watching my videos that don't understand my brain. So I ran numbers the other day on one of my videos, and apparently I confused a couple of people with my math. So my brain works a little bit different when it comes to certain things on math, and I'm trying not to confuse people, but I had a little chat with, you know what, break out a calculator, okay? Take a piece of paper and write stuff down, okay? And then you won't be as confused. Anyway, so I said the other day that I wasn't doing any good. So the thing with that is I have a goal I'm trying to reach. And if I say I'm not doing good, even if I'm doing good, I haven't reached my goal. So I'm not doing good. Is that understood? I hope so. Okay. Because we all have goals we're trying to meet, right? And we all want to try and learn from our peers as far as getting better performance, you know, and whatnot. So anyway, this week has been an amazing week. I did extremely well. I didn't do as high as some other people did that grossed like 7,000 or whatever. I don't know. And yeah, there's loads out there that are like 7, 8, 9 grand. I've seen reefer loads for $8,000. But when you broke it down per mile, it was like $3.10, $3.15, $3.20 a mile. So I made more than that per mile. I didn't make 7 or 8 grand, but in all technicality, intents, and purposes, or whatever you want to call it, I could always count tomorrow as another day towards this week, even though tomorrow is Monday, because my week started Tuesday. But technically, I mean, if I go by the spreadsheet I got, like I said, I got to quit saying that, right? I'm repeating myself. I'm a broken record. If I go by my spreadsheet, my weekend's Monday, but I'm still not gonna get paid for that day. So, so I'm just gonna give y'all a breakdown of what my business made, right? The gross my business made was $57.49. The gross my business took home was $45.99.20 minus fuel at $331.30, which came to $42.67.90, and I did all of this on 1,645 miles. You understand? 1,645 miles. My business made a killing, right? Approximately $2.79 a mile. And if you look at what I grossed, it was well over $3 a mile. So, that being said, I had a good week, okay, guys? It was good. It was well executed, if I do say so myself. So here's the story on this week. So, and this is the weirdness of how you negotiate with brokers and whatnot. So JB Hunt load board, you kind of negotiate. I mean, if they got your phone number, they'll call you if there's something that they see that they think they can match you on, as well as there's another one that called me and did that. I don't remember who it was, but JB Hunt, Uber, and there's a couple of other load boards where you can look at, Coyote and Convoy. You can look at those boards, and Convoy has them set up to where this is what they offer, and that's it. You don't get to bid. Coyote has it to where this is what we're offering. You can pick it and click it and go, or you can bid higher on it. JB Hunt's the same way. Uber is another one where if there's available bidding, then you can bid on it. So when I got home the other day, Friday, a week ago, right, I came back up from Florida because there was nothing coming out of there, and it was a holiday, and I was just aggravated. I said, you know what, I'm done with it. I will not be going anywhere except home. So I filled my tank up, and I went home. I said, whatever, I'm done. Once I got home, I looked at the load board, and yeah, I'm sorry. So, come on, Convoy, you can bid on it as well. Uber's the one where you can't bid unless they have a bid opening, a thing that says bids available. Uber is like click and go. Coyote is bid on it and whatnot. Anyway, so here I am. I go to the house. I got there Friday, and there was a load from Georgia to Alabama. Still more to wherever it was I went in Alabama. Yeah, I took it. Wasn't going to take it, right? I'm sitting here looking at it, and I think I put 15 or 14 or whatever on it. And they bid up to, I think, 12. I don't even remember what they were doing. But, you know, if you know JB Hunt, they're slow and low, and they don't like offering anything up above. They'll give you like a 3% or a 2% increase every time. So they gave me some crap rate, and I bid just a hair low. I gave them a crap rate lower. I mean, you want to go up $10, I'm going to go down $10. I'm not playing this stupid game. So I went down $10 or whatever it was, and they went up even less. So I went down even less. And I think I did that 3 times. And I said, you know what, I'm not even playing this stupid game today. It's Friday. I'm going to be home till Tuesday. I have business I need to take care of on Tuesday. So I was planning on leaving out, and I went and looked at a place, and we decided that we're going to go take care of some business on Tuesday when the bank opens up and go from there. And this JB Hunt load didn't pick up till 1 p.m. So Friday, when I was done playing around with their stupid little game, I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I put $1,400 on that bid and let it sit there. And I said, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do anything with it. And it sat there, and it baked. It just sat there. They didn't turn it down. They didn't do nothing with it, right? Supposedly, 2 other bids came in there. Sometime Sunday. I looked at it Sunday. No, Monday. I looked at it Monday. Hang on a minute. I looked at it on, excuse me, Monday, and there was nothing really going there. Was it Monday? Yeah, I think it was Monday. It was either Monday or Tuesday morning. I think it was Tuesday morning. One of those 2 mornings, I woke up, crawled out of bed, looked at the board, and it said $13.99. I'm like, that's $1 less than my crazy bid I put on there. That's $4.48 a mile. It was 312 miles, including deadhead, right? So it was like $5.04 without deadhead, something like that. I don't remember what the exact number was. It was real close to that. So I'm like, really? You're going to make a big deal about $1? So I was like, okay, all right, whatever. And I looked at it. I was like, I don't know, man. Do I want to go out Tuesday? Because I really want to take care of this business. But it's not till 1 p.m., so I think I got enough time to take care of what we got to take care of. And we had to take the rental back. My wife had to get a rental car because one of our friends backed into her Navigator, and it took them a week to fix it. So that was also on the board for Tuesday, is taking that rental car back because they're closed over the weekend. And to top it off, their little recording says, oh, we prefer, or their online website says, we prefer you don't bring a car back over the weekend. and she had received an email that said, you got the car till Tuesday. Yet they called me up Tuesday and said, are you bringing the car back? Because you were supposed to bring it back yesterday. I'm like, y'all were closed yesterday. We have a key drop. Yeah, and your website says don't. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, don't rent from those clowns. Those guys are freaking morons. Okay, I digress, right? So, $13.99, I looked at it, and then I looked at the bids, and it was showing two other offers, an $800 and a $900. So I'm like, okay, if there truly is an $800 and a $900 offer on there, you either really love our company, or there's three scenarios here, right? Those are two of the worst drivers or companies that are out there, and you don't want to use either one of them because they're complete morons or whatever, or they're Swift. Take no offense there, Swift drivers. I'm just, it's an example because, Swift has a bad thing, even though their averages are like, compared to how many trucks they have, their averages are actually pretty low, or they were. I don't know anymore. Or those are false bids. Now, I don't know what JB Hunt does to try and get you to lower your bid or whatever, but I wasn't coming up off of that. And since I had woke up, it took me 3 minutes or 4 minutes to decide I can't turn it down. Not at this rate. And worst case scenario is I can leave and come back if I absolutely have to finish taking care of what I got to take care of, right? It's only to Tennessee. It's only 5 hours, 6 hours, 5.5 hours. So I said, okay, I'll do it for $13.99, whatever, some oddball number, but why didn't you just throw 38 cents in there to make it really weird? Morons. Anyway, so I took that load, took it to Tennessee, and next thing I know, I'm looking at other loads. I'm sorry, Tennessee, Alabama. It went to Montgomery, Alabama, right? So I was looking at loads when I got done there. All these places I keep going, the reviews are like, they're so mixed on drops at grocery locations, because majority of grocery locations suck. This was in Montgomery, and their reviews were actually pretty good. I was in and out of there in an hour and 20 minutes. So I drove around the corner to the Petro in Montgomery, parked next to some idiot in a CR England truck. CR England don't go anywhere near their trucks because they do not care what is wrong with those trucks. This guy had a steer tire that had a huge gash in it, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to put the picture on the front of so you'll see. So you see that? There's a huge gash on the side of the tire. There's a chunk taken out of the tire, and the tread itself didn't look too healthy right about that area where he curbed it or whatever he did to it. I don't know. I don't care. I called up CR England, got patched through to their safety, and never got a hold of anybody. I sent an email and never got a hold of anybody. So, hey, Crash Ready England, what do you expect, right? You gonna put 3 people in a truck to train them? I don't expect anything from these clowns. Anyway, so I sat there and I found another load around the corner that picked up 2 o'clock. It said, do not discuss the rates with the customers and do not pick up more than 45 minutes early. Okay. I looked up where it was, and I was like, it's on the other side of the highway from me. And I go in this place. This wasn't meant for a semi, right? Gravel lot. That's no big deal. Everybody's experienced gravel lots. So it's a gravel lot. You go through this fence that is barely wide enough for me to fit my truck through. I mean, if I broke down there, you could have squeezed a bicycle through there maybe without scraping the handlebars if you were lucky. Had to go in straight and then make my little curve, and barely had enough room to back into the hole. There was 2 Chinese guys, didn't speak a lick of English, so, or at least one of them didn't. The other one was like, because I asked him, I was like, is this going to Knoxville, Tennessee? Yeah, Knoxville. So, right? Yeah. No, Clinton. Yeah, Clinton. Okay. I don't think he understood me. I don't know. Maybe he was just agreeing, and I'm not sure. Anyway, so that was a fun yard, man. I had to back up, and to get out of there, so I parked next to this pole, and to get out, I'm here, and the pole is right here. To get out, I had to maneuver myself around. I had to go back out the way I came in and then back my truck up on the other side of the pole, which there's really no room there. I mean, if it was can't bring up Swift again. If it was one of them drivers, if it was one of them rookie drivers, they wouldn't have made it out of that parking lot. I don't even think they would have made it in the door for 30 minutes. The guy seemed really impressed that I got in there like the first try. So I was like, okay, I'm good, man. He didn't even try and guide me in. I don't know. The yard was all messed up. I had so many rocks. So I had so many rocks in my tires, right? Usually I dig rocks out of my tires all the time. They're like popping zits, right? And some of these people freak out. Oh man, I get to pop zits, yay. Y'all are disgusting, okay? Now popping rocks out of your tires can get like, when that rock wears into that tread and then wears all the way down to the steel, you're out of service. So pop them rocks, man. Get them out of your tires. Do not leave them there. Anyway, so I hear this ka-choom, ka-choom. I'm driving down the highway and I'm like, what in the world? Is my truck falling apart? Ka-choom. And that was it. And I look in my mirror and there's a black Explorer with 2 antennas, dark tinted windows and whatnot. And he's over there in the left lane. And I looked up. I didn't see nothing after the last ka-choom. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be rocks. I'm almost sure it's rocks. If I hear one more, I'm pulling over. I didn't hear nothing. But he moves over one lane. He moves another lane over, which is in the lane next to me. He kind of, by that time, he was about halfway down my trailer. He slowed up, went around the back side of my trailer, went into the right lane next to me, which was ending in, I don't know, half a mile maybe. Speeds up, comes up past me, and goes to the front of my truck.
Well, maybe if they got off their phones and off their book face, they wouldn't just go 55 in the middle lane.
That's right. Maybe they wouldn't. He's pretty smart for a white guy. So, I know that was a trooper. And I know good and well he was checking me out. So I think maybe a rock hit him, or he seen a rock fly off, or maybe he saw me looking. I don't know. Something perked his ears up and made him check me out. So I'm assuming he was just looking to see if there was anything that looked like it might have been a violation. Because I mean, the trailer's brand new. I mean, it should be pretty obvious that it's a fairly clean truck. I don't keep crap on my dash or anything like that, you know. So I try to make it as presentable as possible. That way it's going to be easy for them if they do decide to pull me over. But nothing happened. He went right on about his merry way and took off on down the line. So, and my weights have all been like, I ain't had hardly any weight in this truck all week. And I'm loving that. So that was my second load. And then my third load, I mean, that one went to Clinton, Tennessee. And then I went down the road 20 miles. And picked up at a foundry. That one was fun. I said I wasn't picking up no more recycled metals. Well, this was different. This was in totes. It was like 13 of them, and there was nothing falling out. I don't even know what it was. It said it was originally supposed to. The bill said air conditioning parts, and I'm like, if those are air conditioning parts, they're like awfully large air conditioning parts. Or there's a bunch of them in there. I don't know. I got halfway down. I got 2.5 hours away from there. And a broker calls me up and says, hey, shipper says they don't think they put everything on your truck. Can you send me pictures of your BOL? I said, I'm driving down the road right now in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere for me to pull over. I'm not pulling over on the side of the highway to get you a picture of a BOL. That's not going to happen. That's not safe. I ain't doing it. There was no rest areas. If you go leave like Etowah, Tennessee, in the Neoda, Tennessee area and go up in the mountains going towards Kentucky, right, on 75, there's nowhere to pull over. I finally passed, and she had called me after I had passed, I think, the last rest area or the last area I could pull over for like 30 miles or 20 miles. I don't know. I finally found a spot. I pulled over at the quarry exit and got down to the bottom where there's a concrete median dividing the highway and the entrance ramp. And I stopped there, and I took pictures, and I sent them to that lady. And then I drove 10 more miles to the next rest area because I looked that up. I was like, okay, rest area's in 10 miles. Let me drive down there so I don't sit here on the side of the road. And I drove right there at the edge of the border of Kentucky to that Kentucky rest area and waited on her word. You're good to go. Okay, thank you. So while I was there, I was looking for a load. Didn't find nothing. Called the customer. Hey, what's going on? So I spoke with them about getting there early. The appointment was at noon. I want to get there early. It's a Saturday delivery. Get there early, maybe I can book something else. Booking loads on the weekend is a little bit more complicated than just click and go on Schneider. Because 2 of the boards, the click and go boards, have nothing. And you're lucky to get a hold of a broker on the other ones to bid up. So if you don't see something you like, you're going to get screwed. I didn't get screwed. Anyway, push came shove with the little chats on the phone with the customer, and well, push didn't come shove. We just had a little chat, and she was confused. And there was 2 different addresses. I had 2 separate BOLs. One had 9 pieces, one had 4 pieces, and each one had a different BOL building right next to each other. So she pointed out that I need to go to this building, not that building, because I called the building that was on one of them. And she's like, no, you need to go to this other one. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. It's like, I was just trying to verify that somebody was going to be there in the morning because I'd like to get there a little bit earlier, you know. She's like, well, how early are you talking? I was like, I don't know, around 10 o'clock. She's like, 10 o'clock tonight? Okay, in the morning means in the morning, not like 12 hours before the morning. That's the night. Hello, help me. So, I got there at 10:30. And dropped the load off. I spoke with the lady at the doorway, and she said, oh, how many of these do you have? You just have one? I said, no, there's 13 on my truck. Such and such said it was okay. She's like, oh, well, if she said it was okay, then I guess we'll take them. Maybe we don't have really a lot of room for them, but okay. She did say it was okay. Just get it off my truck so I can go get another load. So I got rid of that load, right? And that was a good one. So I got rid of that load, and then I went to Corinth, Kentucky. What? That's not right. Oh, okay. That's where I stopped at, was in Corinth. And then I dropped it in Bowling Green. So I dropped in Bowling Green, Ohio. And then I went... There was a load going 92 miles for $700. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be at this phone. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello? Hey! I'm calling about that load you got going from Findlay to Columbus. Did you read the instructions? Did you read the thing? Yeah, I read it. I qualify and I understand what it says. Okay, and you're okay with the rate? $700 for 92 miles? Yeah, I'm okay. I guess. I mean, I should have said no, give me 8. My thoughts were, here's my thoughts, okay? And I understand I should have asked for more. I probably should have. If I'd have known this guy was the way he was, I would have, because he seemed to be... I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. $700. He's like, will you take another one? What? He's like, I got another one for tomorrow. Will you take that one too? I'm like, hey, you know what? That's what? 300 miles, right? 9, 18, 27, 276 miles for $1,400? Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? And it's 5,000 pounds? Both of them? Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. $1,400, people. And that's where I ended at today. I came further down the road to where I'm at now. which is in Sunbury. Sunbury, Ohio, right down the road from Columbus, right down the road from where I delivered. So, all in all, it's been interesting. But yesterday, when I got that load, see, I ran inside. I stopped at the Petro around the corner from my drop, and I was like, I'm going to go inside and take a shower. I called and spoke with TQL because they were the ones who I dropped the load off for. And I told the dude, he said, I don't want to bother you with a bunch of text messages, but I was just wondering if y'all delivered it. I was like, dude, I marked it down in Macro Point. I was done there like 30 minutes ago. And I don't care. Call me up, man. I need a load. He called me up. I've been doing pretty good with him. I mean, people don't like TQL. I've been doing all right with him. And he called me up and said, hey, man, where are you looking to go? I was like, I don't know. Let's do Zone 4. That'll be Michigan, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, right? Sounds good to me. I don't care about the Kentucky part, but, Zone 4, whatever. I was like, I'm looking to make at least $800 or more. But I'm not really looking for a long run. He did something and said, all right, well, let me call you back. He couldn't find nothing. Because the load I seen was a TQL load, but it was gone. It was a good run, and it was good money, too. And it was gone, of course, so he had one of their brokers call me up. She said, I heard you were looking for a load. I said, yeah. She's like, I got one going to Edwardsville, Illinois for, what did she say, $1,400 or $1,600? And I'm like, mileage, weight, you know what? No. I was like, I'm going to have to pass on that. I don't want to do that right now. It was more miles for lower rate than what I had been making this week. And I was like, you know what? I've been lucky so far. Let me just sit on it. I was like, nah, I'm good. So I ran inside, took a shower, came back out while I walked inside. And then, look at that, 27 minutes, running my mouth. So I came back out, and that's when I found that load. And it was like, he's like, it's ready now. And I get to the shipper, the consignee, and he's like, this ain't due till 9 p.m. It's supposed to be second shift, blah, 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 wham, wham, wham. I'm like, well, this is what the broker said. He said that I can come and pick it up and deliver it anytime. He said, don't pay any attention to the schedule. So this is a note for you guys out there. When a broker says that, be prepared to listen to somebody bitch and moan. So they ended up unloading me. I had an hour left on my clock, and that's why I couldn't pick that load up until today. And then it took them forever to unload me. I took my sweet time today because I wasn't worried about it. I done made, with that one and this one that I just finished and the other one, that's $3,400 in 3 days, and this week I've been averaging $958 a day, and I'm going to finish on this note, $958 a day. So my goal was $800 a day, right? And at this rate, in 6 days, I have made more than my $800 a day in 7 days goal. So 6 days covered me for the week. I can start tomorrow with a fresh week. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I ain't got to worry about it. Keep telling my wife. She's like, well, you need to book this. You need to book that. I was like, honey, I ain't going to worry about it. You know why? Good Lord's going to take care of it. He'll take care of me. He'll take care of you. It's quitting time. Anyway, you people have a blessed day. I'm going to turn my air back on because I'm starting to get hot in here. And I'll see y'all around.